key have you messed with it?
I haven't. I just listened to it.
Okay. Do you have a favorite key you play in?
I don't know.
Okay.
I just pick whatever is on the page.
Okay. Let's. Let's stay in C so I can kind of teach you some techniques in that key first. We can move it into other keys. We can go into B flat. Yeah, but let's start in C. And the goal for the next lesson is just to get your lyrics out, write them down, type them out, whatever you want to do. 1, 4, and 5, the key, the whole song, what chords they are. That helps when you get to transposing. You just say, okay, it was a 4 in one key, it's going to be a 4 in the next key, and you know where to go. You'd be surprised how many times I still have to do that sometimes if I'm transposing. Figuring out what is that chord so I count my scale and get it there. You're talking about it is finished, the end of that one? Okay, yeah. So next week, or whenever we get together again, see if you can get through the song. I'm going to have you sit and play it the way you play it.
Okay.
Okay? I would suggest something simple. So you know the chords. Seventh it. Take the melody, play it in a sixth. A sixth. Tenth. Well, that'd be a. Okay. That's just a real basic type of way. See if you can just get through playing it basic, figuring out your melody and the chords. Keep it simple, and then we're going to start teaching you accompaniment patterns with it to turn it into more of a solo feel. Just an alternative chord there you can put in. What I'm doing is walking the tenths in both hands. You can do a key change. It's just a scale. And it's an easy scale.
Yeah.
When you're coming down with that. But it sounds good.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of the stuff you'll find once you learn a pattern like that, it sounds incredible, but it's really not that difficult. It just sounds like it is.
Yeah.
And the other thing is when you can work it together like that and repeat parts of it. It provides even more texture to it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that'll give you some ideas just to start working it. And then when you're starting to play, what I'll do is when I have you play, then I'm going to stop you at different times and say, okay, throw this in there. Or throw that chord in there. Or texture that just a little bit different with your feeling, your emphasis. I'm huge on expression. Because I can sit and play the same song. And that'll be like, okay, nice, but that's boring.
Yeah.
You know, it sounds totally different to go. It just sounds different, and you can get there.
Okay.
Yeah. So those are the kinds of things I'll be working on with you too. Expression. It's probably. Does your classical teacher talk a lot about that, like phrasing and expression through the classical music?
Yeah.
Okay. So you've already had some of that. My daughter, I teach her by ear as well as notes, and I'm hammering that stuff to her all the time. I also try to tell her not to play like a girl. Because it's just a light, timid, it's like, no, play it like you mean it. But like she's working on Moonlight Sonata, and I did that as one of my college recital pieces. And just, man, it got to put me there. You know, so don't play it like it's just notes on the page. And that's the same thing with ear training and what we're going to be working on. Don't play it like you've got it memorized. Play it like you're feeling it. You know, that's the difference. All right, so there's some slow stuff. Work on those scales. If you can work on some octave scale things, like make it up. I mean, do whatever kind of a thing you want to do. At the end of arrangement, sometimes I would do just go all the way up the keyboard. Ken Collingsworth was doing like thirds and stuff, different things up. Just get used to going fast. Fast and loud, man. Fast and loud. Not really. But get used to being precise with where you're headed.
Okay.
Let me give you also some... No, we'll come back to that. I'm just going to give you some names of people to look up that are great gospel players. But we'll wait on that. Let me see what you got. The Rolling Tent stuff. Pick the song. It is finished. Okay, right out the chord of the song. Octave exercises. With your scale work,
Which one?
with the scale stuff that you're doing, who's your teacher?
Heidi Roberts. She lives right over here on this.
Heidi Roberts.
She was the worship team leader over at